Peace to the guys, it's your boy Sovereign Mind checking in. My channel is made for individuals who want to control their time using their sovereign mind.
See me, I'm just a firm believer in divine timing.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I must have went into the Astros last night and got into some fights. I must have had to fight something off because I woke up today and got random scratches on me. I don't know where this from. What's good, man? Today we talking about a story time. Now, this video I'm probably gonna do the real video I was gonna do today, probably tomorrow. But today, it just randomly came to my mind. I was like, yo, let me give y'all a story time. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all could already see the title of this video, this story time is about the first time I done ever got into a fight. Crazy enough, the first time I got into a fight was when I actually got into a brawl. Let me give you some context on this story. First things first, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about me. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm an individual. I ain't got time to be fighting. You feel me? Like, I'm never that angry. You feel what I'm saying? I'm always a chill dude, cool dude. People ain't really wanna fight me because I'm always a likable person. And I ain't really trying to fight people because what are we fighting for? I'm trying to come to school, get girls, hoop, play the game, watch anime, repeat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that was my lifestyle. I'm a hooper. I ain't got no time to be in no type of mess. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up like necessarily in the streets. I knew a lot of people that was living that life, but I wasn't doing that. If I wasn't hooping, I'm getting girls. I'm trying to get on the females, you feel me? And if I'm not getting on the females, I'm on the game. Like, I'm in the crib. So my lifestyle was very like that, if y'all could picture that. Especially going through high school. Senior year, me and my homeboys, it's about 20 of us. We are going on our senior trip. Now, some of y'all know about that senior trip. You know, in my school, every single year, you know, you go on your senior trip. We used to always hear stories about the last upperclassmen going on their senior trip, you know, what had happened, everything like that. We going on our senior trip. Now, on our senior trip, we go to OC. We go to Ocean City, Maryland. We chilling by the beach, and you know, we preparing for the trip. Everybody preparing. You know, for those of y'all that don't know what a senior trip actually is when you're graduating with your senior class, and then you guys just simply go on a trip, almost like going on a class trip. But instead of going with like teachers or anything like that, you just go amongst yourselves. You decide to go on a trip. Everybody has the connotation that they're all going. It's kind of like your going away party as you're graduating with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew up with a lot of friends, right, in high school. It was about like 20 of us, all about to share 2 cribs. It's like me and like 3 or 4 of my friends from my basketball team. Then you got my homeboys that I grew up with, going from, you know, elementary school and everything like that. It's about 10 of us, and it's like another 10 of us that started a clique, you know, in high school together. We was called HGH, you feel me? We'll get into that name and everything like that some other time. Basically, you know, everybody pretty much knew us as the homeboys together. Some of us were more clicked up with each other because of where they lived. Other of us were more clicked up with each other because we played sports, whatever it might have been. But when we all came together, it was all 20 of us together. You feel what I'm saying? We used to have 20-man sipes and everything like that. If you don't know what sipes is, you're probably just too young to be watching my channel anyway. Don't even worry about it. Anyways, so we get into, you know, the senior trip. Now, the most ironic thing about this story is that as we planning the senior trip, I think it was like 2 days before we was about to head out, we all linked up. We were just chopping it up about what we about to do at the trip, you know, what was about to go down, who's about to do what, wada whoop, right? Instead of talking about, yo, we about to be pulling up on shorties, I mean, I feel like we did talk about that, you know what I mean? We talked about parties and shorties, but I always could remember we kept saying, yo, if anybody try to run up on us, it's up. Like, that's everything we kept saying, yo. We literally kept saying, if anybody try to run up on us, it's up. But fast forward now, we get into the trip. You know, it was a great trip. It was an amazing trip. For those of anybody that watched my channel that's from, you know, high school with me, y'all know. It was an amazing time. I mean, the parties was there, you know, the vibes was there. There was beef and altercations outside of like the fight and everything that, you know, was just good drama. People was getting broken up on. Me too. I'll probably talk about that one day. Just a whole bunch of stuff just happened, but it was all worth it. The second to last night of the trip, I'm with my homeboy, right? My homeboy, we just gonna call him Ace. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna call him Ace. Now, I'm with my homeboy Ace, right? Because I don't want to use names and everything like that, right? We just gonna use Ace. You feel what I'm saying? Now, me and Ace, you feel me? We coolin'. We coolin'. We on the boardwalk because, you know, Ocean City, Maryland, it was a boardwalk. One thing I didn't actually I forgot to mention, I graduated 2020, so I graduated in the pandemic year. So when we went out there, honestly, we couldn't even go to the clubs. That was trash. We couldn't even go to the clubs because they technically was still had certain things on quarantine and everything like that. So we couldn't even go to the clubs, but you could still walk the strip, do everything like that. It wasn't even like the places were packed. You know, there was people there, but nothing was really packed out, which was, you know, kind of whack, but it was still a good time. So me and my guy Ace, we on the boardwalk, we sitting down, we cooling, we lit, and we're like, yo, this is a good ass trip, like no cap, like this is a good trip, like we gotta learn a lot this trip. Got closer with some of the guys, you know, had a good time. We saying, you know, it was just a good time, like we just drunk, kind of vibing, like yo, it's been a good time. Now our crib on this strip, like here's the boardwalk going this way, right? Let me go like that. Here's the boardwalk. Our crib is on 5th Street here, right? So right off the boardwalk, 5th Street is the boardwalk, right? And our crib is that way. 6th, 7th, 8th Street, right? That's how the streets go. 5th Street, 6th, 7th, 8th Street. Now we walking this way from 5th Street, closer to 8th Street. Now we get to like 6th Street, right? As we talking. 6th or 7th, something like that. We get to like 6th or 7th Street, and we see 3 of our friends pull up. Right? We ain't gonna get into all the names of the friends, but I am gonna talk about one. We gonna call the one friend that I got at my head. This guy, we gonna call him Tweak. We gonna call him Tweak because sometimes he just be tweaking. Ace is with me, and we got 2 friends that pull up along with Tweak. They pull up and they like off rip, they're hot, right? They're hot and they're like, yo bro, them dudes out at 8th Street, bro, they pussy, bro. We gotta go pull up on them. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, how are you starting beef, bro? Tweak, bro. If I gave y'all a description of Tweak, I want y'all to really like, you know, really not trying to violate my guy, but listen, bro, just think about it like this. He built like Justin Bieber when he was 16. That's all I'm gonna say, right? So Tweak, right? I'm like, how are you beefing, bro? Like, who are you starting beef with? Like, what's going on? So basically, he's like, yo, they mad that we stole their girls, da. They at 8th Street. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, you know, we still walking that way, like, whatever. And they come with us. They're like, yo, if we go this way, we're gonna run into them. We're like, all right, whatever. But like, you know, I don't care. So we going that way, right? We see these dudes. Now, these dudes, they pull up on us. It was 2 of them that pulled up on us. Right, like I said, it's 6 of us. No, it's 1, 2. It's 5 of us. 5 of us. 2 of them. We all chopping, mingling, chopping it up. Right. We talking, and the first thing they say is, "Yo, what y'all doing here? I told you not to come back over here." They talking to Tweak like this. So I'm right there too. I'm like, hold on, what's going on here? Like I'm talking like, yo, this was static. Like, yo, they had beef for like the last 10 years type of beef. Like, they got beef like Ghostface Killer and Raekwon type of beef. It's on site type of thing. If y'all ever seen Wu-Tang American Saga, y'all know about Wu-Tang. Ghostface Killer and Raekwon type of beef. Like, it was on site type of beef. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, we only been here for 5 days. How you got beef already with people like this? So I'm looking at it immediately. I'm starting to get a little like tight. Like, I'm like, yo, what is going on right now? Why is he pressing him like that? So I'm going up to him, you know, I'm like, yo, what's the problem? And he's turning to me. He's like, the problem is I told him not to come back here and he's back again, right? And I'm like, Okay, like what's the problem though? Like what's the problem? Why are you trying to act like he can't come back here? Right? He's like, nah, he can't come back here. Da 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 da. So he's not saying what's going on. He's just, hot, you know what I mean? He hot for some reason. So I'm confused, but he's starting to get on my nerves now because he's not saying what he need to say. So boom. He walks away, and then this happens. And just like that, we are back. If y'all are making it this far in the video, make sure you guys leave a like, make sure y'all subscribe, and comment, man. Everything that helps me on the algorithm, make sure you do it. So let's get back into the story time. So look, like I said before, they went off, you know what I mean? They was like, I bet, cool, wada wada whoop, you know what I mean? We over there beefing, fake beefing, argumentative beef. They walk away. When they come back, boy, they done bought a football team, bruh. Like they came back, and I could have sworn it looked like a WWE entrance, and all of them came out there. It looked like the Nexus, but times 10. Like they came back, boy, and they had heads. Now, I can't even tell you how many people they came back with. It was at least, triple what we had. At least, you feel me? Like I said, it was only like 4 or 5 of us, right? I might have said 4 in the story, or maybe 5, I forgot. It was 4 or 5 of us, literally there. They came back with at least 15, at least, right? So they come back. Now, one thing I forgot to mention though, before they came back, I already knew what timing they was on. Like, I already knew what timing they was on as soon as they left. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm always 10 steps ahead of the game. So I knew what was up as soon as they peeled off the block. I knew what was going to happen, like literally. So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and I called my boys that we was with. Now, mind you, I told y'all, before we came to Ocean City, I had 20 homies that we was staying together in the crib. It was like 10 of us in one crib and 10 of us in another. So, like, I had my homies on speed dial. So, as soon as they peeled off, I said, yeah, pull up. Like, pull up. And I didn't have to say nothing twice. There was no explaining. I was like, yo, pull up to 8th Street. They was like, bet, right? So, I got guys coming from 5th Street down to 8th Street, right? So that's a quick, movement for them. And then I got my guys who, are down at like 16th Street or something like that, coming to 8th Street. So they got a little further of a move, but they said, yo, my guys said that they was speed walking. They said they was speed walking over there, right? They was damn near running over there. And my guys from 5th Street is coming. So my guys is coming. Now, they didn't come fast enough. They didn't come fast enough, I'm going to be honest, because these other dudes came back in a minute, and they had 15 dudes ready to go, right? Ready to go. So how it went down, it was almost like a movie the way it went down. So what ended up happening was that they went straight up to the dude that, what was the #1 beef, right? The dude that had the #1 beef, they went straight up to him. And, first things first, there was 2 guys in front of him pushing him, right? Now, mind you, everything is happening in slow motion, but it's happening in regular speed, if you feel what I'm saying. So it's happening in slow motion for me to process it, but it's happening in regular speed to the point where, even if I wanted to interact, I can't really do it just yet because I'm not in the position to. So what happens is, we're kind of like spread apart. I'm here, 2 of us is here, 2 of us here, and then 1's here. We're kind of like spread apart, just kind of chopping it up about things. They go straight to him. As soon as they go straight to him, 2 guys pushing him. They give him 1 shove, 2 shove, and then he trips and falls off the boardwalk. So if y'all ever been to the beach, you gotta go up like the ramp sometimes or stairs, and now you on the boardwalk from the street, right? Street is here, you gotta go up a little ramp, and now you on the boardwalk. You feel what I'm saying? They push him off the boardwalk. So he's forward, they push him backwards off the boardwalk. He takes a step back. He then falls down on the street. Now, it wasn't a bad fall. It wasn't that big of a fall, but he falls on the floor. At this point, I'm like, oh, this ain't looking good. I then proceed to go into their direction to then help him and get these dudes off him, because they went straight for him. Like, they was ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as he falls, another dude comes running down the ramp right behind him. And I'm watching it in slow motion, boy. He came and hit him with a Mayweather. Bam! Boy, he came and hit him with some shit. I ain't even gonna lie. He came and hit him with a right hook that was sick, boy. Now, luckily, it didn't like knock him out, nothing like that. But as soon as that happened, the fight was basically on. As soon as the first punch was thrown, the fight was basically on. You feel me? At that point, I go down there. You know, I jump down on the ledge. I go and help him. I get the dude off him. Bop, bop. Get him off him, right? The other two dudes kind of stayed up. They didn't really come down. They kind of stayed up. Now, the three dudes, other two, three dudes that I'm with, they fighting. Everybody basically getting double teams / triple teams at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So, my man's, we getting double teams. He getting double team. He getting triple teams. Now, me, I'm going to keep it a rack stack. I went down to help out my boy. We went back up. And then two dudes came in front of us and it was on. So we kind of had our ones. We ain't really get double team, triple team, but yo, on the ramp, yo, it looked like a brawl. It looked like a Royal Rumble on the ramp. Like the way people's getting double team, triple teamed over there. And it was just like in a sense to where I'm over there looking at it. I'm like, I want to help them, but I can't because I got these ones with this dude right here. So it was really like, it was so happening so fast to the point where when I'm looking at them saying, yo, I want to help, boom. That's when all my homies pulled up, and they pulled up at the same exact time. Homies over here pulled up, and they didn't know, there was no waiting. There was ba 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 ba. Homies over here pulled up, ba 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 ba. So it was kind of crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like if y'all could record this, it would literally go viral as a brawl. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was recorded, it happened so quickly, but at the same time, it was in slow motion. I mean, you know, dudes getting knocked out. Like, you know, straight up, dudes was getting knocked out. You know, we helping them on the ramp and everything like that, because, you know, they in a full-out brawl on the ramp, getting triple teamed like he's Steph Curry. You feel what I'm saying? Just getting double teamed, triple teamed on the ramp. You know, I had to help my man grab his bag because his bag almost fell. He almost lost all his stuff. You know, it happened so fast. And, you know, how it ended was that you know, the dudes on the little bikes on the beach, like 5 coppers on the bike on the beach pulled up like with their whistles, or with their bikes. They're like, hey, as soon as we seen that, we jetted. We booked it immediately. I think like maybe 1 or 2 of the guys, you know, stayed back and got caught up, you know, but me, I was out of there. All in all, if y'all asking who won the fight, we won the fight. And I only say that because none of my guys was on the floor slump. They had guys on the floor slump. That's all I'm gonna say. You feel what I'm saying? None of my homies was on the floor slump. Did they get hit? Yes. Did they get back up? Yes. So like none of my guys was on the floor slump. We actually spun back with more people. But they wasn't nowhere to be found. So we won that. But you know, I thought that was just an interesting fight. Like, I thought it was interesting. Like, it was my first time in a fight, but it was also a brawl at the same time. It gave me a lot of perspective. And, you know, when I tell stories or when I tell something, I want to tell it to entertain y'all, but I also want to tell it to educate y'all, man. Stop, you know, having careless beef, right? Don't put your homies in position to where they gotta, you know, hold it down for you because, you know, you being stupid. You feel me? Now, if people just bother you, they say some slick stuff, they out of pocket, handle your business. Do what you gotta do. Shoot the ones. I'm glad it went down like that and it wasn't anything worse, because we see a lot of stuff these days that be crazy and be ridiculous. And I'm glad it was only like that. Nobody got, you know, seriously injured. You know, at least that I know of. You know, nobody got really hurt. We was able to move on. Somebody just probably had a knot. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because of who you're around will then create what you experience. And because we were literally talking and manifesting this is why we experienced it. Because, you know, we're not in our right mind. We all got liquor in our system. We all, you know, are altered in our processing of information and processing on taking action on things. Like that could have went a totally different way if people would have just talked it out, you know. But we got liquor on our system, you feel me? We got the devil's juice in our system, you know. We hanging around people that we not supposed to be hanging around because they creating problems for other people, and there's just bad communication. I don't think it had anything to do with you know, racism. It had nothing to do with classism, had nothing to do with you know, nationalities. It had nothing to do with none of that stuff. And if you had to ask me, it really just had to do with the fact that homies over here had shorties and you trying to take they shorties. You feel me? Is that a problem? No. Especially if they not really your girl. You feel me? But when there's the liquor involved, when all this little stuff involved, it creates pettiness. And that pettiness then boils over into stuff that, you know, could have been avoided. All in all, yo, that was my first fight. That was my first brawl. I you know, I'm not proud to say that, but like, you know, it's like whatever. Like I got to experience it at a high level when I did, and it did happen. And I really just been chilling since. Like I don't get myself into messes like that. You know, I don't see a point. You know, I know how to defend myself, especially since then I know how to defend myself, but I'm an individual that doesn't ever seek altercation, so I don't see altercation. You know, when you don't seek something, you don't see it, and it's just not in my reality. So I say that to say, yo, if you have something type of experience like that, or if you never had experience, learn from mine, yo. Like keep that out of your system, because yo, it's things these days can go way more south than the way it went. There's so many stories. So, you know, just be careful. You know, for my youngest that's going to, you know, to their senior trip, you know, just be careful for everybody that, you know, going out to party with friends, because that's how I get. A lot of testosterone in the room. You know, things get boiled over for no reason. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, you know, what you guys thought of this story time, if you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more story times, I have plenty of stories to share. You know, I done been through a lot. You know, honestly, you know, I've been through more than what I expected I was going to go through. And you know, I got a lot of stories to tell y'all between, you know, shit, what y'all want to know. Just tell me what y'all want to know, man. I got story time shit. My next story time, if y'all really like this video and we could get this video to, let's say, 20 likes. Can I get 20 likes on this? You feel me? Let me get 20 likes on this video, and shit, I'll tell y'all about the first time my mom's done caught me with a girl at the crib. I say this to just express my journey to y'all, to show y'all that, you know, I am just a regular individual, just like, you know, just like you and, you know, whoever's watching this. But I was able to elevate myself with my mindset through the things that I experienced, and realize that there's more things in front of me, you know, versus what I have experienced. I have still been able to change who I am despite what I have been through. With that being said, make sure y'all take care of yourselves, because the more y'all take care of yourselves, y'all really taking care of me, because we are one. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all catch me in the next video. Peace.